Hello and welcome to From the Roots Up, where we're building our homestead little by little from the roots up. I'm Kristy, and today we are going to be freezing okra for frying later. It is day 21 of our Every Bit Counts challenge. We are now 3 weeks in to preserving a little bit of food every day in the month of August. Be sure to stick around for the end of this video because I will be showing you everything that we have preserved all month long, and we still have about a week to go. Here in hot Oklahoma sun, one of the most prolific things you can plant in your garden is okra. And one of our favorite things to do with okra is to fry it. I'm gonna show you how you can have delicious fried okra all year round, even in the winter and the spring when the okra is not making any more in the garden. This is a super simple recipe. First, we're gonna make an egg and milk wash, and the amount that you make depends on the amount of okra you have. I don't have a whole ton of okra, so I'm just gonna make a little bit. But when you make this egg and milk wash, you just do 1 cup of milk to every egg. So you would just double that or triple that depending on the amount of okra. And then you whisk that up a bit. Now, as I chop my okra, I can just put it directly into this milk wash. Now I'm gonna slice my okra up into about 1/2 inch little segments. Now, one side note on your okra, here's the trick. If you don't want really tough okra, pick it when it's about palm size big. You don't want it to grow really large or it gets really tough really fast. And a lot of people think they don't like okra because they only pick it when it gets really large. But be sure to pick those small tender pods. Now we have it in our egg wash mixture, and we're just gonna mix it in there real good and make sure it's all saturated. Then either in a sealed Tupperware or a Ziploc bag like this, you are just going to make a flour cornmeal mixture, and the ratio is 1 to 1, which means however much flour you put in the same amount of cornmeal, and you can mix it up. You can do this in a bowl, but it's just really easy if you can seal the thing and just shake it all up. So you're gonna mix that flour and cornmeal, and then we're gonna take all the okra and put it into here. We're gonna seal the lid on here and just shake it up and make sure all of that okra is just completely dredged in this mixture. Okay, all of our okra is nicely coated. We're going to take a cookie sheet, and I have these silicone mats that make it just super easy. And we're gonna lay the okra out and put it in the freezer. Now when you're laying it out, you don't want to stack it on top of each other because we don't want it to stick to each other. That's part of the reason for this step in the first place, because if you just put it in a bag like this and put it in the freezer, then you'll have one giant clump of okra, and you do not want that. You want them to, we're going to flash freeze them so they're separated. And that's all there is to this first step. Now we're gonna take it and put it in the freezer for about 2 or 3 hours. That should be plenty of time for it to harden up enough that when we put it in airtight freezer bags, it's not going to stick to each other. So I'll see you back here in a couple hours. All right, we are done freezing these guys. And now we have little okra chunks, and they're ready to go in some airtight freezer bags. You can put as many as you want into the freezer bag at a time. We don't use a ton, so I'm gonna go with a 1/2 cup to a cup in each freezer bag. But that all depends on how many you want to cook at a time. You can put these in a regular freezer bag, but I like to store mine airtight because they last a lot longer. So I have a foodsaver that we're gonna use. Super simple. I'm gonna cut it to the size you want. I'm gonna hit the seal button and put the end in here. And then it will seal up the end. And once that's done and we have a nice sealed end, we're gonna pour the okra in. And now that we have our okra in here, we are going to stick it in and it will suck the air out and seal it. And that's that. Now we have a nice airtight bag of okra. So here it is. We've been at this for 3 whole weeks, and here are all of the things that we have preserved so far in the Every Bit Counts challenge. As you can see, just a little bit every day adds up to a huge amount. And by the end of the month, we will have even more. If you'll notice, I am wearing one of our new From the Roots Up shirts. If you would like to support our channel, I'll put the link down below to our From the Roots Up merchandise store. You can go grab yourself a shirt. And we have a playlist that includes videos of us preserving every single thing that you see here. And I will link that right here. Be sure to like this video if you got some value out of it, and to subscribe to see all of our new updates. Thanks for watching.